And you are welcome. Thank you for joining us for the Black Table here for a, start of November weekend. It's the first Friday in November, and you guys are welcome. Let's experience what our world is like in a world of men. Of course, you know, every single Friday we get to experience for you guys what it is in our minds and tell you how we perceive things, especially socially, as they go. Every single week, I'm not alone. It's a day of four gentlemen, or are we, who sit down to express themselves, no holds barred. I'm going to start my introduction by introducing to you guys, well, he's a trifecta. He runs the Enterprise, he also runs the Demeter, and also the Event Horizon. His name is Jean-Luc, not Picard, Olamide Bado. In the house, you are welcome, man. Good to have you back again.
Yeah, whatever I do for science.
For science, yes, indeed. Olamide, welcome,
Research
man.
purposes only.
Good to have you.
Yes.
You've heard his voice already, of course, you know. His views are his own. We do not represent him. He does not represent us. So whatever he says, you should please just, take him on his own account. His name is Okwe Oluwafemi. He's in the house. Rich uncle in the place to be. Thank you very much.
No, I think that's you now, though.
How so?
Now you done the attack now.
Don't worry. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. It's all good. We'll talk about that. And of course, the one and only Mayor of Agungi is here once again.
No, Lagos now.
No, that's Mayor Kun.
Stop.
Mayor of Agungi is different.
No, Mayor of Lagos, no, man.
Mr. G-A-N-G, he likes to spell it to you because he thinks that you guys are not educated. His name is Gang. He's in the house. There you go. I want to say, first off, you guys might have noticed that there is a certain kind of uniformity that's going on today.
Four rich uncles.
We would like to thank our sponsor. Well, let's call him that for today. Rich Uncle Couture, of course, Okweoluwafemi, has decided to drip us today with the Rich Uncle brand.
It was a born and that's what it's supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Thank you very much. I don't know whether to call this the black table or the multicolored table today because
We're representing, all the...
this is good.
All
And
the
it's
factors
very
out there.
comfortable, I must say.
Yeah,
very much.
great.
Absolutely comfortable.
Nice fits.
Fits like a skin.
I did not think that you would actually have gang size, but that's a testament to
I'm
how...
sucking my belly.
That size sells out faster than any other size.
Because most Nigerian men are pot-bellied.
1, 2, and people that are like this, they have money.
Your market no sell. This guy don't get money. This guy don't get money.
Like all the 3XLs, this guy is coming, buy 4 colors, 6 colors, 7 colors. I'm like, it's medium-sized people that they have options. There.
I don't know why Zeno is always upset when it comes to sizes and they can't find his because he's very small. And the thing is, when you're big, you're big. When you're big, you're big. When you're large, you're large.
These are like 5-0, man. I showed
It's
them
not my fault.
Let the
that
record
your
show
size-
Ladies
that
and
the
gentlemen,
first stone was thrown by gang
it's
today.
going to come
No,
to
no,
town.
He was thrown by. You were surprised they found my size. Not everybody is as large as
Bro, it was
some
a
of us.
fish fight now.
Okay.
Why did it go?
He brought the bazooka.
All right, decro. In any case, today we're going to be talking about very interesting topics, and you guys are welcome to join us. We're going to give you guys a chance at the end of the show to send in your messages using the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. Today, our main topic, we are talking about something very, very timely, and it's social media and clout. We're actually going to be referring to the instance between Seun Kuti and Ayo Makun, AY, the comedian. So you guys stay tuned, get your thumbs ready because we're going to be talking plenty about that toward the end of the show. We've got a couple of quick fire topics that we'll be touching on before that. So you just stay ready, don't go no place. Let's take a very quick short break, and when we get back, we'll get right into the thick of things. We'll be back.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Welcome back. Now it's time to get into the topics for today, and something very personal happened to me over yesterday into today. I made a comment on Linda Ikeji's blog on Instagram, and I have got the washing of my life from Nigerians since then. There was this video of a young woman who actually assisted this homeless lady with her 3 kids. She assisted her with a house, she paid rent, she also delivered some money for her to start a new business. A couple of days later, she went over to where she found her the first time, and she found her there again, sleeping on the streets with her 3 children. She resorted to lambasting or lambasting this woman and criticizing her for choosing to come back to the street even after everything she had done. My comment was, noble what you had done initially, but putting a camera in her face and making it social media fodder negates anything that you have done that was even generous. And then Nigeria came for me. People cursed me, insulted my family, told me how blah blah blah.
But you really comment.
Someone said,
I read all of them.
you know, get money, rich out.
Exactly.
No, but my question is why do you
Funny,
really
right?
So, well, I had to because for research purposes for this
no,
show.
no,
No, I have to do this.
So, you know, the interesting
You read
thing
all
is
those
that
comments.
I read everything.
Like, how did you process it then?
They're still coming as we speak. Messages
So,
are
you know,
still falling in.
the thing is this. I was having a conversation with a young Nigerian recently, and I say, see, in this space of social media, we have really dumb people. Really, really dumb people that all they want to do is hide behind, you know, the different social media platforms and then say whatever they want to say. But in actual sense, they have nothing up there. And that's why people do not respect other people's opinions.
What do you think about the instance, the lady herself and everything that happened?
See, it's very simple. Whatever you do, the moment you start, you know, cataloging it, recording it and stuff, then
Having a
I mean,
different
it's a clout.
motive. Yeah.
You have a different agenda. So yes, you got a home for someone, but then you go out to shout, "Oh, I got you a home." There's something that I really need to say here. If this woman has been in the streets all this while, yeah, and that is all she knows, it's going to take a reorientation for her to stop what she's doing. So you come in and say, "Oh, I got you a home. Why are you putting your children?" No, it's like giving someone bread without teaching the person how to make bread. This person will go back to old habits. It's that simple.
There's a reason why when you law offenders in especially in countries where prison facilities are pretty decent, why they would come out of prison and then commit a crime just to go back to prison, because that's all they know. You need psychological intervention to actually get them out of that kind of mindset. So in this case, what I thought was, okay, fine, you had provided her with a home, a means of living, but you found her back on the streets. Be calm. You need to educate this woman. Even if you say you are giving her money to start a business, would you give a poor man 1 million naira? What do you think he'll do with that 1 million naira?
Personally,
He has no idea how to use it. I don't know where they get me gagged.
He has no idea. No, he has an idea how to spend it.
How to spend it, but
not
not how to
make,
multiply
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't know how to multiply
Yeah,
it.
what
That's
did you
simple.
think?
You know, I'm with you in the sense of once you just bring out your phone and start to record the whole situation, it takes another angle completely. Do you understand? She didn't even understand the woman to the point to understand why she was back on the streets
Exactly.
before she started putting her on blast.
Yeah.
You get me? So I saw the video myself and I was a bit concerned. I was like, okay, why are you putting this woman on the spotlight? Okay, you're bragging that you got her a house, gave her food, bought her gas, and gave her food stuff, and told her you were going to help her start a business and do stuff like that. I don't know why you did it.
Let's say,
I don't know
let's
why
say
you did it.
altruistic. Let's say, yes, she had no other motive
Okay,
at that
do you understand? Now, here's the funny thing. Let's see the apartment. Let's see where the apartment is. Let's see the conditions.
Yeah.
You get me?
Exactly.
This woman is so used to living on the streets that the street has become her life. You get me? That's why sometimes you can take people out of the street, you can't take the streets out of them.
You know-
Some people, it's their lifestyle.
You know
Some
the
people
funny thing-
want
you know
to
the
be
funny thing?
homeless.
While I saw that video, something kept coming to my mind. I see, when you take someone who's not educated or hasn't experienced life in that kind of way, not exposed, the first thing that might come to our mind is this is fetish.
Yes. No, I thought
This
about
young girl,
I thought
this
about
young
that
girl
as
wants
well.
to
Because
use
in my mind, I
myself
was
and my
like,
children.
this woman
You
met you
understand?
as a stranger and you gave her all of these things.
Yeah.
What guarantee does she have that I don't know you from anywhere, me and my kids? So I'm back on the streets. You know, I
Exactly.
suspect your intentions to an extent. And if you watch in the video, the woman never really had the chance to speak or defend herself.
Yeah.
She was just being attacked by this one that, why did you do this? And she never gave the lady a chance
And
to
this
say nothing.
clout chasing thing in Nigeria is so ridiculous.
Oh,
because
that's what
the
we're
phone
talking
was
about
there.
later.
There was a lot of recording going on.
There was
I'm
somebody
like, what's-
intentionally taking the video.
Like-
It's like as if I'm going to go and meet this woman.
Record
just
it.
be videoing me. Just make
Ah,
sure you record it.
gosh.
Listen, this I love what you did initially. I encourage the fact that you actually went to her and tried to make it. There's so many people who are doing these things these days who are trying to get people out of the doldrums
very
where they are and trying to help
situation
them out. Fine. But this social media thing, it's killing our humanity.
Let me quickly jump in here. There was a time when I was in Abuja, you know, when I was in media in Abuja, And there was a story we covered that had commercial sex workers that were taken off the streets of Abuja, rehabilitated. And guess where they pick these people up?
Where?
Back on the streets.
Back on the streets.
Doing the sex work.
Because they know nothing else.
Do you understand? So it's like an addict. Some people, you need to wean them slowly off what they've been addicted to and let them understand what a new life looks like.
The best thing in life, meet people where they are. Never try to, like, if you want to help someone, help them where they are. Because their pain points are different from your pain points.
Exactly.
This woman probably just needed money to eat for that day. Now you go rent house. Now you go, she didn't ask you for all of those things. And then, because in all honesty, I understand the woman's pain, like the person that helps, I understand her pain, but that thing has happened to me too many times. I've now come to realize that you meet people where they are. You're not Jesus. You can't save somebody. You don't need to take them from here to here. No, it's not necessary. Help them on the level where they are, and then peace.
Then hope that they move on to the next
No,
one.
just peace. Like, life no hard. Peace out. Life no hard.
It's funny that you mentioned, I like the fact that you mentioned Jesus, our Lord and Savior, because even biblically, there was a situation where Jesus had healed a number of people, and only one person came back.
Yeah,
To say
exactly.
Thank you.
Only one person came back.
meet
So
people where
sometimes
they are,
you just do the healing and let them
Let
be
them
of,
go.
let them
Meet
be
people
on
where
their
they
way.
are.
I know I have to move on to the next topic, but I wanted to read some of the comments that I got. Some of the, as in some of what they touched me, or I won't lie to you.
So here's the thing.
Let
First
me
off,
read some of these
that,
comments
what's
here.
that girl's name? Maraji.
Yeah, Maraji.
I made it a point. Like, I told myself that I'm not going to
Read the comments. I know, but
because the thing is, you
I
read the things
understand.
people write and you ask yourself that,
Did I do wrong?
no, not just right wrong.
You be like, this is humanity.
How am I living in the same country with this person?
Oh, God.
Listen to some of the comments.
Finally.
Listen to some of the
How?
comments.
Like-
Mazino, she had to post it as an evidence for people to see, because if she doesn't, it's same people like you that will come out and say no evidence. You go explain that, no evidence.
Like
Somebody
you.
said Mumu like me. Say Mumu like you. Say, how is that even well said? Dumb. You are you and your black face. Ogbeni, look around this day.
We're all black.
Yeah. Now me white pass.
No, but the problem,
We're all black. Like,
No, but-
why
so-
would a black person say, look at your
He
black
goes
face?
on. He goes on. They say
Dumbass.
Ben Guruku Eson Jare. They really
Translate, I don't know.
finished
So here's the
me.
thing. Go to that person's page if you want to help yourself.
Let me do that right now. This
Open-
is
and then-
Adeshewa.
You're not
You
the
know,
person
you
who's
know,
black
you
or
know,
white.
like, my God, why?
Adeshewa, I'm on your page. Oh, it's no wonder it's
Can I say-
private.
can I
There's no point.
It's very private. She didn't even.
There's
can't
no
even-
point. Like,
She,
bro,
wait,
there's no
she
point.
has, wait, she has 111 followers.
So you and your 111 followers, please don't be having me on.
Granny, day your day.
I don't mean to harass and insult you guys, but even my comment was not to even insult the lady.
You don't
I
even
simply
know.
just said,
Wait,
congratulations,
wait,
I like
Mazino.
what you did, it was very noble.
Mazino.
However, have you thought about this?
People
Mazino,
have
calm down. See,
attack
let
you
me
for
speak
having
for you if you don't want to
opposing
speak for
opinions.
yourself.
Go ahead, please.
See, we're insulting people. You people are dumb. You
Ah,
people are
yeah, no,
stupid.
Olamide, these are my
I'm saying
No,
it.
no. I want to speak for the people. No. If you're going to do that, I have to speak for the
Okay,
people
go
out
ahead.
there.
But
You know-
I wasn't done. though,
Listen,
but-
yeah, you know,
go ahead.
sometimes Zino can mumu. You know, sometimes, sometimes.
And in this instance,
In this instance, no. In this
No,
instance,
no,
no.
God, you don't hit a man when he's down.
In this
though.
instance,
I'm
no.
not down even. I'm
My
not,
God.
No, in this instance, no. But sometimes, yeah. In fact, let me go and comment. Where's my phone?
Let's go help the brother.
let me go
Let's-
and comment.
let's-
can we not invite this guy next
Nah, I'm
week?
just going to go say, you know.
Let's move on now. We got another topic I want to talk about here. This is Sir Dixon Wazarab 10. He says, it is not enough to... Can't use the word. I'm not used to it. It's not enough to be with somebody's husband. You still want to want her to drop dead. I don't understand the heart you people have. Now, he was responding to a chat that was posted up on social media about a man and his side chick who were conversing about their next tryst. Now, I don't know if I can read all of what they said, but it's
Summarize,
very
summarize.
vulgar.
Beep it.
Summarize,
yeah,
summarize.
So they were having a conversation about the next time they were going to meet. Oh, I'd like to have you, or this one, that one. Why are you calling me at this time of the night? You know, my wife can see this text and stuff like that. He's like, she is like, you know what, sometimes I wish your wife would just drop dead so I can have you all to myself. And I'm like, and then he responds with LOL. And I'm like,
no.
even if you have the heart to cheat on your wife, would you let another woman disrespect
No, but that's
your
wrong, no.
wife
No,
to that
that's wrong.
extent of
No,
asking
that's wrong.
or calling for her death, just so that the two of you can be together?
Come on, guys, weak,
So,
man. He's weak.
just like what our main topic is today. When so other people make jokes out of other people's plights. I felt the husband isn't serious. Even if, and that's why I've always said, if you want to break up, you break off. If he doesn't want to be with his wife anymore, and it's funny when somebody says he should drop dead.
Disrespectful.
When I say
And
it's
he
funny
didn't
to
have- he
him,
didn't have a problem
then
with that.
he should walk away.
No, that's wrong.
Because you can't claim to say that's your wife and your so-called side piece is saying that, and you're not putting her in a place like, no, yeah, we're doing this, it's bad already, but you can't say that.
So if your side
You can't
piece
say that.
have the balls to come for your wife or your kids, you have gone wrong.
Yeah.
Clearly, you didn't put the. Somebody says, I wish your wife dead, and you write LOL.
LOL.
No.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Here we go again. Oh
Let
my
me play
goodness,
devil's advocate
Jesus.
once again.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Do you know any guys?
The Punasui pass.
No.
Because I'm trying.
There's some people.
I don't understand. I'm trying to understand.
Not me, but there's some people whose partners are from hell. There's some people that are in certain marriages.
And then it's just
that,
said he didn't break up with
that,
the person
but
now.
it's not that easy.
No, okay.
Some people are in this union. Some people don't believe. Let me put it like this: some people don't believe in divorce. They don't believe in separation. They believe I'll stay in this union and keep on doing whatever it is I'm doing. Do you understand? Sometimes I had a childhood aunt. We're not related. We used to call her aunt. That was so mean and evil that I used to wonder who's going to end up with this woman. This woman was, and when I say wicked, you know when you meet a wicked person that when they tell you somebody's a witch, you're not surprised type of wickedness. Do you understand? But then there was this dude that shacked up with her and got married. So in my mind, I was wondering, I said, this guy must be living a miserable life. So what I'm trying to say is that some
That's
people
where they got the name living in bondage.
do you understand? Some people are in. Thank God that our own marriages are good to go, are great. We're having a great time. But there's some spouses. Some people are married to husbands that are demons. Some husbands are married to women that are demons, and they're just surviving in that marriage.
So you're saying
and
in this
doing
case
things
that
outside.
perhaps this is the situation and this guy is relieved to have somebody who understands his plight.
If you even see the text the guy was sending, the guy was even telling her, do you know my wife might see this message? And he didn't even have a problem with the fact that his wife might see it. You get me? So that guy's marriage is over. Do you understand? But he's still in it for reasons
Whatever
best known to him.
happened to for better for worse, gang? When you signed that vow, it was a contract.
That is why I'm
Between
saying,
God and
even
man.
for worse, when it has gotten that bad, people are still staying married. You know, there's some people that divorce is not in their vocabulary. So no matter how bad it is, their relationships, I remember a lady in Abuja that approached us one time. We were doing a show, also content, and was talking about how she hadn't had sex with her husband for over 2 years. And they live in the same house.
How?
I don't know.
2 years.
Over 2 years. And they live in the same house. So I'm telling you guys, there's some things going on in marital homes that you will be surprised. You would be shocked.
As in
There's some
2
people
years,
that are just
365 days, 365
yeah.
days.
There's some people that are housemates. They're just living together under the guys that were married. Will die here together, but you will outside to an extent, almost like let's look at Jada and Will. That will not tell us that how many years ago
7.
they've been separated. But we never outside never knew.
Yeah.
So people are living that way, and we don't know.
But gang, my point is still that whatever hell you're going through with your partner, yeah, when people cross the line by saying
You
stuff
check,
like,
you put them
Yeah,
in check.
you
though.
put them in check.
See,
wait, you put them in check
see.
because see,
Gang, if I
that
get
person-
to you,
if
no
that
matter how
person gets
bad you
there,
had it,
Yeah.
if that
if I
person
get
gets
to
there
you,
with you,
no, listen
with
to
your
this.
partner, and says stuff like, "Oh,
Olamide,
I
listen
wish
to
she
this.
drops dead or whatever,"
Olamide, listen to this.
eventually, when things go sour, she'll say worse about you.
Listen to
Yes,
this.
but have you ever had some good putang?
See,
And
I said it.
See, there's some people. Have you ever been with? See, and let me tell you something. When I was younger and single, there was a girl that made me say "I love you" because of how good that was. She said, "I want to hear you say it," and she did some stuff. Do you understand? There's a way.
I love you, man.
You'd be surprised what a woman can do to. Do you know what women can do to men
Gentlemen,
with sex?
gentlemen, please, I would like to remind you guys that.
But in actual sense, they were talking about sex.
Sorry, Olamide, please, I would like to put a proviso here.
Okay.
My mother-in-law watches this show, so can we please be very tempered?
See, a woman will grab you, Zeno. She'll say, insult your
woman will
mother-in-law.
grab me.
You will insult her.
Oh,
You'll
no.
say, my mother-in-law.
Ah, no.
Do you understand?
No, but come on now.
But
On
you're not-
top, No.
Nah, it's
What about that lady that hasn't had it for over 2 years with her
Listen,
husband?
gang, if I came
If you
to
give
you,
her better thing and say your husband is a
Gang.
fool, she'll say my husband is
gang,
a
hang on a
fool.
second. Gang, no matter how bad you might be having it at home, and you came to me and said, Mazino, I'm having it this bad, and I say, oh, your wife is such a witch. What
That should
emotion
strike-
does
that should strike a chord,
elicit
though.
in
Yeah,
you? Doesn't
exactly.
strike a chord because
Yes.
you are one
Should.
with your wife, and me telling you that your wife is such a witch, that's so wicked. No matter who you're talking to, no matter how best
You
friend
have
you are
to
with
put
that
them.
person.
We are normal people. You don't understand. We are normal. We're okay. There's some people out there that are not normal.
Side chick.
They're
telling you
not
that
in
your
normal
wife should drop dead.
situations.
Are you mad?
I replied with LOL.
LOL.
no,
So
yes.
you are destined
No,
for,
that-
I don't know.
Isn't
that-
that like
that-
laughing out loud?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
disrespectful.
Apparently, maybe they don't even know what it means.
I saw the text, the exchanges between them, and both of them kept going LOL,
LOL,
LOL. So I felt
LOL.
maybe they don't know what LOL is. Maybe there's a need for re-education.
listen,
If I
ladies
be
and
the
gentlemen-
wife, say, if I see that message, man, I'm not talking. That guy is not touching me.
I
Again.
can't read the entire messages that went through because it's so it's
Very
fucking
naughty.
vulgar, very naughty.
No, but how
that
do
I
these
can't-
messages come out though?
I don't know. Somebody must.
Hey,
Somebody-
it's the
somebody-
same thing that we're
somebody-
talking about now. Clout chasing.
Somebody must have posted it on their
Somebody-
group,
yeah.
maybe their secondary school group. See what's in this girl talk. Somebody else took
It's
it out.
clout chasing
You'll never
now.
be able to track it. Let's move on to our next quick fire topic here. Now, this is a lady who's, I think she's abroad, and she's giving advice to her peers, especially men, about women. About the women that they choose to marry after they've left Nigeria. According to her, she says, never ever come back to Nigeria to pick a wife and go back abroad. Because the rate at which people get divorced and kicked out of their own homes is alarming. She was very honest. And apparently, according to the comments that came through, people actually espoused and agreed to what she was saying. Are Nigerian women that bad, is my question. She insisted that if you're going to get married this day and age, you must have a prenup, especially if you are abroad, or unless you stand the risk of being kicked out of your own home. I know how it applies there. Once you're married and anything goes wrong, you, the man,
out.
has to move out. And she says people, ladies, are taking advantage of this law. And they're just kicking Nigerian men out of their own hard-earned habitat. Let me put it so. She was very honest. A lot of people espoused, agreed to what she said. Are Nigerian women that bad? Is it that when you get outside the country, your eyes open and say, oh, I can do this to my
I
man?
think Nigerian women are fabulous everywhere around the world. And this particular conversation, yeah, I think it's actually, it's not a Nigerian thing. It's a female thing across the world. A lot of, men go through the same thing, whether white, black,
I
whatever.
have a friend who's
Yeah.
who's out of his home,
Yeah.
only after taking his family to the UK.
Yeah.
Wow.
And currently, his wife called the police on him. Now he had to live on the street for a week before getting a place to stay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
God.
So
well.
it is actually happening
Yeah.
that men are being kicked out of their home, especially after they have relocated their entire family.
So
That's
but
a
I'm
threat.
just trying to say that it's not necessarily a Nigerian thing, because over there, the law supports women.
Yeah. The law doesn't
So,
look at where you're
yeah,
from. It just
doesn't
says
look at.
the
So
woman
it's not
gets
really a
this.
Nigerian thing. Yes, the lady who said that is Nigerian, and then she feels it's not a Nigerian thing. If by chance something, and yes, I'm not going to take the men out of it, because there are a lot of Nigerian men overseas who just do a lot of BS, and a lot of times, yeah, I even think a lot of Nigerian women are extremely patient, whether home or abroad, they're extremely patient.
But it just seems that in this case, they wait until, no worry, now, Shibu, they go
Okay,
abroad.
so
When
let
we
me
get
give
abroad,
you
I'll
a
show
personal
you.
experience. My
Because you
uncle,
can't do that in Nigeria here.
you can't do it in
Exactly.
Nigeria, but let me give you a personal experience. My uncle had stroke, yeah, and he's been married to his wife for almost 30 years, more than 30 years now, and he had a stroke, and the wife like literally just said, you know what, I'm washing my hands off him.
Abandoned
You guys
him.
can keep him, and she got away with it because the system supports things like that.
Was he fair and
based on, well, he's recovering, but it's just how the system is
That
over
guy's
there.
card for life, man.
That's just how the system is over there. Like, men get into the most awkward circumstances based on little setbacks. When I say little, okay, yes, you caught him cheating. And so,
Oh,
Yes, I
wow.
will say it and so. Because there are many other things out there that people do.
Oh, be careful. We're
No,
on
I'm
national
going to
TV.
say,
they
no,
might
on-
come
there are
for
other,
you.
No, no, but
things out
let's
there
defend
that
for a
people
second,
do.
No, but honestly, what he's saying is so true. Like, and then I think one of the greatest problems that people have presently now is that they live by other people's standards. So there's a social media standard of living, of how
Exactly.
your life should be. I mean, if your husband does this, you should do this. If your wife do this, you should do that. These things don't necessarily work for everybody.
But exactly.
I've spoken to a lot of women, and I know that for a lot of them, infidelity is not a deal breaker. There are women that look, I don't care whatever he's doing, as far as it just keeps it real with me. For some women, it's okay, oh, you must always be around me. But now, we live in a world where everybody wants to live that perfect social media life that doesn't even exist.
Perfect family.
In the first place, it doesn't even exist. So, like, when I read blogs, which I stopped doing, when I read the comments, I'm like, these people cannot be normal. Oh. So there was one day I read one particular one. I can't remember the name. My wife follows that blog. So the lady was talking about how she's married to this guy, how their life is all good and all of that. And she thought he was cheating, but she later found out that he wasn't cheating. And then while she thought he was cheating, she bought a property for herself in her name, and he didn't know about it. And now she's like, she's feeling some type of way on how to tell the guy and all of that. There were like 300 and something comments on that post. I can never forget it. There were like 300 and something comments. All women. Okay, mostly women. There was only one comment that said, are you crazy? What are you doing? Everybody else said, you go, girl. It's your life. I'm like, why are you people marrying your enemies? Because that's what he's saying. Like, what's
So
going on?
have you been following the story of Tyrese and his ex?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
She's come out to
that's
tell.
that's a solid example
yeah.
of what we're talking about right now. Because
She-
when people listen to people chatter into their ears, the next thing is that, oh yeah, I'm doing the right thing.
99.9% of the time, I always say, I will never take advice from anybody. I'll listen to you, but I'll never take advice from anybody that is not doing better than me in that particular.
Do you think,
Exactly.
you think that when married men and their partners have disputes, especially here in Nigeria, men reserve these issues and try to talk with their partners, while women always rely on
Oh, definitely. So women,
outside
the way they are
influence.
the way they are wired generally.
Am I
When
wrong?
is that?
The way women are wired generally, they like to, oh, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? 99.99% of the time, men they internalize everything. Like, okay,
Facts.
Where have I gone
Facts.
wrong?
where have I
What can I
gone
do
wrong?
better?
And
How
then
can I
they are
manage
very
the situation?
self-aware. Women, when I read that Tyrese's wife story, I'm like, how can you fumble this bad?
Yeah.
Because so now she's going, oh yes, I'm owning my truth, and I'm like, but you don't get people where they follow you talk.
You know the thing that is very sad, and I'm sure a lot of women are going to say whatever they're going to say, but I don't care. You see, women do not like to hold themselves accountable.
One, and they don't like to see other women
And they
happy.
don't like tough
See other
conversations.
women happy.
They do not like very tough conversations.
They're not built for
When
it.
you're taking it
They're not built for it.
and you're trying to analyze and break it down, they shut down or they end it. So most men just go back into that shell, and you end up with the mess that happens after, because there's no conversation, there's no communication, there's nothing. Women are not ready for the tough conversations. They don't want to hear the truth. You can't tell a woman the truth. And when we look at it, we talk about simple things like, oh, what do you think about my hair? Oh, I think it's nasty, take it off. You can't tell her that, oh, do you think I've added weight?
Don't
you're
do it.
fat.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
P-H-A-T.
Don't do
No,
it.
F-A-T. No, you're fat. You've added weight. Let's go
You
to
have
the
to
gym.
sugarcoat.
Let's work on it. You
Yeah,
understand?
always have to
Do you
put-
think?
yeah.
Do you think I speak too much? Yes, you shouldn't have told your mom about our own private conversation. So a lot of women are not ready for the tough conversations. They're not ready for the.
So it's
you
not
know.
necessarily
So-
even tough conversations. Women mostly don't like being told the truth. They don't like being told, oh, look, this is where you messed up. This is the reality. They live in their feelings.
Tell you
They
what,
live in their
Opero
feelings.
Femi, we're going to have to put a pause, pump the brakes on that topic, because we have to go on to another one. But we also have to take a break. Before we take a break, however, if you notice that the black table is a bit too glitzy today, it's because he's in blue, I'm in orange, he's in navy, and he's in beige. And that's courtesy of Rich Uncle.
Yes,
Thank you
Mom.
very much. There you have it. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, We'll sign you to the club. We'll
The
sign you to
rich
the club
uncle
forever.
here himself. Thank you very much, Okwe Olúwafẹ́mi. That's fantastic style.
All colors and sizes.
Even
Why is
even
it
that
Look,
size.
why is
Even
it
my
that when
size.
you say things, they always just sound like there's bad
Because your
The
intent.
rocket
There's bad intent
Your mind
behind
is
it.
nasty.
No, like every time you say something, I have to
Listen.
always dissect it. Like,
Okay.
Let me just say this to the camera. Your
Okay.
size is available.
Okay, listen.
Jesus.
It comes in all sizes.
I want
Your
to say,
size is available.
if you can accommodate gang, you're good.
That's what she said.
Cut. You don't do.
Let's take a quick break to catch our breaths. We'll be back.
Always treat your bros the way you want to be treated. Bro code.
Welcome back to the Black Table here with multicolored personalities. Yes, indeed. Thanks to Rich Uncle. We've got another quick fire topic we want to run by you guys, and this one is off of Twitter. Solomon _Bucci has this to say. He says, "Faithfulness in marriage is never about attraction or sex. It is a self-control problem. There's hardly any married person that won't acknowledge that they've probably seen people with better beauty and physical attributes. It's always a choice to look away and remember the one you vowed to stick to forever." I absolutely agree.
Well said.
Absolutely agree. People come and tell you that, oh, I met my soulmate after I got married and
No,
stuff like
well
that.
said, but reality is somewhere lighting Cuban cigar.
Nah.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I don't believe in soulmates. I know I do not.
What's soulmate?
Exactly. I don't believe in soulmates.
What was a soulmate?
People talk about that perfect person whereby
There's
you
no
know,
perfect person,
everything just sits in.
No,
I don't think that exists.
So the thing about that idea of soulmate, perfect person, is we make people what we want them to be. When you're in love with someone,
They're the best thing
This
in the
person is
world.
the most perfect in the
just
world,
break
yeah.
up first. Now be this. Now wait till they follow me this. It's just what it is.
Like, what's the big deal,
What's the
sir?
big deal? That she know even she. It's just life.
I just need to say something big past the other.
Once you break up like
I
this,
won't
reality
say-
sets in.
I understand where you're coming from about not believing in soulmates, but I won't say that soulmates don't exist, but people don't understand that you can fall in and out of love. You can meet somebody and feel this person is your soulmate and it doesn't work out.
Okay, you know what?
You get me?
There's something I would like to say when it comes to maintaining friendships and relationships, and this goes both male and female. You see, for you to have something to sustain that long, you have to put in effort. You have to put in, some work. And a lot of people do not want to do that. They just feel like we're just going to, no, nothing succeeds without
Without
being
effort.
intentional,
Yeah.
without putting in effort. And that's why I don't believe in soulmates. You guys can even share the
Anybody
same...
can be a soulmate.
Anyone can,
You know.
Anyone can.
If you design the person so.
I think the reason why relationships don't last is because options too much. Right now, in the world we live in today, options too much. Like,
Scientific.
like just fight with your wife and open your Instagram.
Yeah, but that's what
Let's
that's
check.
what Solomon is saying. That there are always options, but it's that self-control.
Intentionality.
You've never
self-control.
been this accessible. All those options have never been this accessible.
Not like
like now.
But it still comes down to having a choice and making the choice to follow the option.
I've said it on this black table before, and I'll say it again. There's no woman, no matter how faithful she is in this world, no matter how faithful, married, happily married woman, and there's a guy in her office that is constantly hitting on her every day, complimenting her dress, complimenting her shoe. Most faithful woman in the world. One day, she'll come to work. She and her husband would have just had a fight the night before.
And she'll confide in
And that guy would say, would just say, oh, nice dress. She'll be like, thanks.
Yeah.
Normally before she did chinamo, she'll probably just say, thanks. If the guy,
And that guy's name would
That
be like
opening-
Mazino.
just that thanks. She's done for. If the guy knows, once he sees a crack, you know what I'm talking about.
I know. Not that I agree, but I know what you're talking about.
So gang, you say not that you agree, but I'm with Femi on this.
No, but
I
it's
think
just
human
what it
beings
is.
were built for reassessment, and when you don't
Yes,
have it, when
but
you
there's
do
some
not have
people
it,
who would always say no.
Bro,
No.
there's no human being that
only
can
as
say
good
no
as their circumstance.
365 days
Yes,
a
there
year.
is.
So the best thing you can do for yourself is don't even put yourself in that
No.
situation.
Yes, don't put it. Truth be
How
told,
would you not put yourself in that situation?
So
I mean,
for
life
example,
is made out of
so for
every
example,
single
for
instance.
example,
You
if I
cannot
was,
say that
let's
you will not
assume,
have a
let's
dispute with your
assume I
wife.
was walking. Let's assume I was walking in a place where there's one girl that is always throwing at me, and I know say I don't want to. And the girl is fine, right? I know that,
Now you
bro.
be victim now.
I know that, bro. I should start looking for another job because I can't see her for 2 years straight. One day she will pin me when your defenses are down. It go happen.
And you'll be the victim.
You'll be the victim.
Yeah.
But it go don't happen. Let's be
Yes.
realistic.
but even when it happens, you have the opportunity to say no.
But it don't happen, bro. Like,
Wait. See, I tell people that someone asked me. So I put out something on my WhatsApp status. I said, if you could see yourself through the eyes of other people, would you think you're a good person? And I got a lot of interesting feedback. Some people said there's no need. I know I'm a bad person. See, you're as good as your circumstances.
You are.
And that is
You
what
are.
I believe.
Yes.
See, when you're placed in certain situations, that will determine how you react.
Yes.
And a lot of times when, in the scope of what we're talking about, when people lack certain things that needs to be filled up, they're victim.
Can I come in
hands
here?
down.
Let me come in here and say this. When I was younger, I'll take your position. But the older, mature man that I am, I'll take Gang's position on this. I think the older you get, the more self-aware you get, the more self-control
Mazino,
you build.
I don't wait.
Hang on a second.
I will argue this one.
No,
you know
no,
why?
no,
You know why?
no,
Let
no,
me
let me
See, the thing is,
go for the
every
cards.
one of us on this table, we're in our 40s. And I remember I asked you this last week. I said, we don't get the attention we used to get when we're much younger. When I say we don't get the attention, you know, simple things, the fun things, you know, you have so much ahead of you.
Attention from who? The other gender?
From life generally. From life generally.
I don't know about
Wait,
you.
when I say life generally, you know, the older you get, the more you expected,
the more focused you
you
are
know,
in life, yeah.
you know, to be here. But you see, whether we like it or not, whether I want to agree or not, when you don't have those things, because we can speak for ourselves and say in our own different sphere of life, we're successful. But there are many people out there who lack these things. And when you lack it, and then you don't get the support to keep you morally up, you go fall. And the way you fall is absolutely
listen,
your
Wait,
age.
sorry, Gang, hang on a second. See, listen.
Even if you support, they use go still fall.
Listen,
go
listen,
fall.
Gang, back me up here.
I'm backing you up for the first time.
Really,
me and
for the
Zeno
first
agree
time
on
ever.
this.
Listen, I'm 42. 10 years ago, every 10 years, your personality changes. 10 years ago, I did not have the disposition that I have currently. And I say to you that the way I see life now, especially when it comes to relationships and how I attend to attention from the opposite sex, has absolutely changed. I have had instances recently where people tell me that, oh, when I was at your office, you didn't even send me stuff. I was even giving you the green light. I'm like, I don't see those things. I don't need to see it.
I give you,
Because I'm older.
so
Back then, I would be excited about it.
so let me end it for you here.
So
if they
that
give you forget self-control. If they give
It
you,
comes with maturity.
bro, if they give you a biro and paper,
Maturity and
around,
self-control
if they
don't
give
be
you a
the
biro and paper and I tell you, Mazino, describe your ultimate woman. Of course, you have those things.
There's no such thing as an
No,
ultimate
let's just
woman.
assume that, okay,
Your preference.
your preference in
Yeah,
the
your
woman.
preference.
My wife.
If you list it out, okay. If you list it out,
Politically speaking.
we now clone this person, and she walk right next to you every day. She walks right beside you every day
You
in
know,
this
go recognize
office,
her.
bro. And she's now coming on to you. Life don't already score you 2-0
I would
now.
have been married to her since now.
No, I'm talking about now. So the thing is,
For me, I don't know. The thing is, I've met people in my life. You get me? I've met principled people, morally sounding people that I can
Wait, that
say
you can vouch for?
I can vouch. I will vouch for with my life. And I will tell you that here's the funny thing, because what you're trying to say now is that of course everybody is flawed.
No, gang.
But there are people that will always say no. They won't put themselves in that situation.
if
but
you
they find
follow
themselves there,
anybody around,
they will say
if you
no.
follow anybody around for 1 week and you have uninterrupted access to
Guy,
that person, you
don't
have
ever do
different
that.
I have
opinion on the
dated
person.
some people
If
that
you
they will
don't
always
dare.
say no.
If we keep going, we'll have no time to
You
talk about
know
what
they,
we
bro,
said.
you know
What we said
they.
Femi,
You know they.
let's reserve it for
Men, they fall
Femi,
every day.
Let's
like the
reserve
one
this
on
for the end
Jericho.
of the show. We're expecting your comments. Please use the hashtag the Black Table on TVC about everything I was talked about. Only just this week, Ayo Makun actually had a post up on social media that got everybody talking. When we get back from the break, we're going to be talking about that and expecting your messages. So let's take a break. We'll be back. It's the Black Table. We need another hour on the show. Maybe extend it up until Saturday morning, 1 a.m. because we can't exhaust the topics. We have a main topic here. So only just this week since Monday, we've had social media buzz with Ayo Makun versus Seun Kuti. Now, Ayo Makun had this content put out on social media in June where he referred to certain instances that included Seun Kuti and the instance where he slapped a policeman. In his skit, he referred to a dog in his backseat as Hilda. Now, Seun Kuti took that as him referring to his daughter as a dog, and that started a cascade of events. Ayo Makun, the comedian, AY, has come out with a rebuttal to Seun's claim that he was insulting his family and his daughter, especially as a dog, to say, no, I wasn't doing that. I was referring to certain social issues at the time that this content came out. I was referring to Hilda and also, what's the other guy's name? Any, when they had a dog meal, which came under attack by certain dog lovers for them eating dogs, and which is why he named the dog Hilda in his skit. Seun, however, still insists that Ayo was making a dig at his family and especially his daughter and would not have it any other way. I saw the content, I saw the rebuttal, I saw his explanation. In fact, we even had an excerpt from Wake Up Nigeria where we talked about the instance on Wake Up Nigeria. I don't know. When you look at the explanation Ayo Makun gave, AY gave, it was rather logical, if you ask me. However, there are certain other schools of people of thought that think that he is still using the opportunity to chase clout. Seun Kuti, on the other hand, seems a bit, what's the word, irrational in his expressions of the matter. Plenty of people have said that this is probably just simply clout chasing, and it was a bit too what's the word? Animadvertic with his responses.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate.
For who now?
For both of them.
Okay.
First things first, I feel when someone says I'm a comedian, it's going to make fun of every situation.
Don't take him serious.
No matter how dark it is,
there are no barriers.
they're going to make fun of every situation, and that's what AY has done.
Barriers.
And in regards to Seun, I think the incident on Third Mainland Bridge really scarred him so bad that it left a psychological trauma, something deep, something really bad. So I feel Seun is reacting. Though. No, I feel Seun is. Honestly, I think he's overreacting. The first person who's in line,
anybody who comes from him, gonna,
I think he's overreacting. However, I understand why he's also acting the way he's acting.
Why? There's no
because see, if you go through a traumatic experience.
How? That he brought on himself.
Exactly. I've not said he brought it on himself. But I'm saying that, you see, this is Seun Kuti. He has influenced so many things, whether we like it or not.
No.
He speaks.
So I honestly love the guy because you know that this is somebody that doesn't care about other people's opinion. He says it exactly
the way he says it.
But you can't always be right. Let's not. You can't always be right.
I'm not saying he's right, but
sometimes
the thing is this.
Sometimes you goof. And I feel like in this particular situation, people need to know when to let it go. Like, okay, don't do. Like, okay, I've said my piece, let it be. You don't have to always be coming back at it.
But this is where I think AY got it wrong. As a comedian, when you write a skit or a piece or a sketch, you don't go back to apologize. Because, and that's why I feel AY too is a bit wrong on that side, because
clout chasing himself,
trying to shalaye, so to say, explain
like you guys
why he's done everything. No.
Still they hanging for Linda. You did continue now.
But my point is this. As a comedian, I love AY. I've seen his works. I think he's one of the very...
I don't think AY is a comedian, though.
Okay.
No, I don't. I respect what he has built, but...
Yeah. Well, it's good. That's why it's all about opinions,
so
I
you
don't
have to respect people's differences. For me, I think...
You can't beat that guy's also, though.
No,
You
no, I
have
think
to.
He's a
AY
hustler,
he's a
actor
hustler,
slash
yeah,
businessman.
Well, I just feel in recent times he's been apologizing too much.
bit too much, yes,
And when
exactly.
you keep doing that,
Listen,
it brings that
but-
big
but-
question
but-
There's
mark.
a reason why
relevant
Dave
now.
Chappelle is all the way up there. He apologizes for nothing. He takes social issues, he makes jest of it, he puts it in your mouth while you're
But that's
laughing,
exactly
you
what
swallow.
comedy is
That
about,
is
though.
exactly-
That's
you
exactly what
do
comedy is
not need to
about.
apologize.
Like,
He
It
doesn't
is
need to
comedy.
apologize as far as
And
I'm
there are no
concerned.
grey
And I
areas,
think
bro.
his
You-
apology was what led to Sean reacting even
Reacting
more.
again, yeah.
Because the thing is, that you've done it. If you say
Let
it's
it
a
go. Let it go,
social
man.
commentary,
Let it
when you say,
go.
oh, I'm just, having a good time, trying to, reflect on certain things and, let people learn from it, then that's where it ends. You don't have to come out and apologize. I was still talking about him some few weeks ago when he apologized to David about certain things.
Again.
And I'm like, no, AY, no.
No, but see, you guys need
don't
to,
do
you
that.
need, you need to
Don't do
understand
that.
where AY comes from as a businessman and some of the endorsements and clients that he caters to.
Okay.
Sometimes he does that to actually appease the gods in some kind of situations. Like in the skit where he was insinuating, oh, my child is in the car, my child, my child. In the skit, you don't know who's in the car, but you know it's a Seun Kuti skit.
No,
Keeps
hang on, guys. We
Nobody
never
knew
knew
the
that
child was in
anybody
the
was
car.
in the backseat of the car until this week. Nobody made any reference to a child being behind inside of that car.
But this is what I'm
until
saying.
this week.
In AY's,
It never made
in
any
AY's
entry.
skit, he was making reference to my child
Yeah.
is in
baby.
the car.
He said my baby.
My baby. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Only to open the car to find out that the baby he was referring to
Was a dog.
was a dog.
Called Hilda.
So until that
In his
point,
defense,
it
Hilda
called
was in reference to
now,
Hilda,
For me, I
the-
don't
the
think he
chef.
needed to explain that part. Do you understand? But like I'm telling you, he caters to certain clientele that they don't mind his apology. Do you understand? Endorsements that he has, even
But when you
his,
start apologizing for your jokes, then what's your
Then
credibility?
you should,
as a
maybe you should not
comedian?
make those
You
jokes.
should
in the
listen,
first
don't
place.
like- do them anymore.
like Femi said, he's not a comedian. He's
not
a
a comedian, he's a
businessman
businessman.
looking for certain things. Now, somebody comes out insinuating something about you and children. You now want to clear the air. That's why he started by saying how many years it took him to have a child. He would never disrespect children. So he was trying to clear the air so that you don't have that perception that he has anything against kids.
Okay,
so he's trying
good.
to paint
So,
himself.
guys, hang on a second. Guys, let's look at the anatomy of AY's rebuttal. Did he apologize at the start of that rebuttal? I think he did. No, hang on a second, guys. I know I can hear you guys. He actually did say that he was sorry if he caused any inconvenience. He actually did say so. He did apologize. However, at the
I'll
end
rewatch it.
of the material, he went on to take jabs at Seun Kuti in a very fun guy, my guy way. You know, that kind of thing. I did not see anything wrong with what he put out. I think that he needed to explain to everybody what that piece of comedy was
He
about.
didn't need
and
to.
he did. He,
I don't think
no,
he
no,
needed
hang
to.
on. If he chose to, then it was a good job because he absolutely analyzed.
Now
and
worry, boy.
He gave receipts.
So,
I don't think he needed to.
honestly, this is how I see it. Like, I feel like, as a comedian, if I was a professional comedian, a joke is a joke.
Yeah, it's a
you either
joke.
take it or you don't take it. If I have to come back to
Explain
explain,
the joke.
maybe I shouldn't have made that joke
Shouldn't
in
have
the
made it
first place.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like, because if you're a professional comedian, nothing is hidden. Everybody's in your crossfire. Everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
When you, Dave Chappelle,
Nah, he's
drop him, drop him, go, drop
yeah.
him, go.
Whatever,
That
man.
is comedy. That's comedy. Like,
Yeah.
you say it exact. And if you have to explain it, maybe you shouldn't have gone there at all.
So, and that's where his own credibility comes to question. I mean, AY now, when, you say these things, you say them with, bring out your big kauna, and then you say them, and then you now go back and start apologizing.
It doesn't make any
and,
sense.
And, okay,
Doesn't.
so, for instance, now he did the thing with Basket Mouth
Yeah.
a while back.
There-
We talked
there was
about
that.
it. And,
There was David
I'm
O.
like,
Now
like,
this.
no, you don't really need to explain.
No, just
You
your
don't.
AY life.
Yeah.
You're
Enjoy your
AY,
life,
you
you go
understand?
now. Just
Whether
enjoy
we
it.
like it or not, you built yourself to the status you got to. And now, if you need to start explaining yourself all the time,
A joke
as
is
a
no longer funny
performer,
when you have to explain.
What you have
it.
to explain it.
Yeah.
But
That's
then, okay,
it.
now
Explain
let's move from AY now and take a look at Seun. Do you understand? A lot of the things that Seun was saying, there were some ways he was deviating into other topics, and I
Yeah.
was like, it was
Obedience
unnecessary
and stuff like
Do you
that.
understand? You could
No, but-
sense
but
this
that-
guy has anger issues.
No, but that's
No,
Seun. No, but
simple.
that's has always been Seun,
Listen,
though.
I love Seun. I like
That's always been
I like
him.
his unapologetic nature. However, in this instance, I think it was just a case of megalomania. There's a certain level where people come unchallenged so many times that they just feel that I can say anything, do anything, and everybody has to take it because I said it.
Wait.
I
So
love- I love the
there's
guy.
something that we need
I
to
like the guy,
establish
but
here.
no,
There's
on
something
that
we need to
account.
establish here. So, from the conversations, yeah, at different points in time, Seun and AY have crossed paths. You understand? And sometimes you see, and that's why I feel people need to stop this clout chasing thing. If you're not my guy, you're not my guy.
It is what it
Don't
is.
pretend
It
to
is what
be.
it is, yeah.
And I think
It
that's
is what
where
it
Seun
is.
was coming from. That's what I feel. I think that's where Seun was coming from because perhaps on many occasions you put yourself out like, yo, we're good. I remember when we had the incident at TVC and then, the whole fire thing happened. And I was on this group with some of my friends and none of them reached out to me to put out a call. I pulled myself out because I was like, wait, dude, we're not guys. Wait. See, and that's why I think, that's why
I don't need to be here. Like, I don't
if
need
you're
to
my
be here.
guy and you're making a joke about me, it's fine.
I'm
But
sorry,
if you're not my
guys.
guy,
I'm sorry,
I mean,
guys.
come on.
It's almost Saturday morning. I have to read a couple of the messages before we end the show here today. Let me take Flaky here. It's only the woman who knows why she's back on the street. God help us. We're going to go real straight to the other one. Why does the side piece feel like she has any right to talk about his wife? The utter disrespect. Men will shame you.
Women
Splasher
say
here
the same.
says, that man will LOL in hell when caught. She spells it out. Gabriel says, Nigerian women will show you Shaggy Pro Max, especially the ones with them eye never really open. You now take them abroad. It's finished. IJ City Boy says, rich uncle just spoke my mind. Some people just marry their enemies. Proper research and observation isn't done. Silly Gal says, soulmates are so overrated. I'm sorry. In Kem Delete 008, if you cherish peace of mind in your marriage, you'll stay faithful. By the way, I'm reserving our just a tip for you, Mr. Olamide, even if yours is worn out. Shia says, I believe there is more to this beef between Seun and Ayo because Ayo wasn't even referring to his daughter. Braham says, I completely agree with Olamide. Ayo played into Seun's hands by tendering an apology.
Yep.
And the last one I'll take for today, Goofy Baby says, I was waiting for you all to point out when Ayo threw jabs at Seun Kuti. For a sensitive man like Seun, he will go low. That's all I can take because we're out of time. My apologies. We were too excited about the topic.
Don't apologize. You're not away.
Dance!
He went there.
Gang is on the road, bro. He's on the road.
We're out of time. We're out of time. It's
Okay,
not,
cut it.
we don't
Done
control
it.
time.
Olamide,
Yeah.
would you please unzip?
Oh gosh, my zipper is down all day.
Just a tip.
Just a tip.
Just
not,
a tip.
Not the
But you can
entire
dive in,
thing.
it's okay.
Okay, so I feel we're getting tired of all this, social media,
Yes.
BS. Yeah, that's the word, BS. And it's time that people start to man up. Man up. If you're going to say something
Say
about
it, man.
someone,
Just say
it with
it.
your
Say it,
full
man.
chest.
Say it.
And, hold on to it. This
Say
person
it.
might be upset, but that's it. All the shalaying is not necessary.
Says the man who shalayed when it was his turn.
No, but honestly though, a lot of times, and because I have friends like this I have friends like this that I realize that, bro, if I have to explain every single time that, oh, not joke, then maybe we're not on that frequency. It's not like, if I have to explain all the time, then maybe you don't get it. And I came to the realization that a lot of people don't get it. It's okay. You don't have to get it. Like, when I crack with people sometimes, and they get upset, I'm like, bro, I'm cracking though. Like, why are you...
Exactly. You don't take it too seriously.
What's the big deal?
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Come on.
I even have friends that are more than go mess with that.
Listen, guys, it's been a great show today. Thank you very much. And a very colorful one, I must say. Rich Uncle himself, thank you very much for the beautiful...
Snap the picture.
Yeah.
Fine, Abby.
It's never been this colorful before, and very intentionally so. So if you want to reach out, you know the place to go. He's the man behind
He's there.
every
The
t-shirt
handle,
that
the
you
handle is there.
Oh, guys, too much. Careful
there,
now,
he's there.
small. It's not like
He's
that.
there. The handle is there.
But thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, everybody out there who stayed with us since 11 o'clock. We wish we could go longer, up until 1 a.m. But
No, we can't go longer. What do you mean we wish?
After the show,
I mean, I can go longer. Let me speak for yourself. I can go longer.
This is
Mama,
the point
doing
where the
what?
show begins to degenerate into car crash.
Cut.
So let's already just cut the cameras, and then we can continue after. But thank you very much for joining us. Join us again next week, Friday, when it's another session for the Black Table. Until then, it's good night from us here, or is it good morning?